Alrighty, boys and girls, well, everything is green today as we have Bitcoin now at $62,000 USA dollars, and we have Pepe as well pumping, and we have the whole market is pumping. In fact, everything is green. We have Brett Eid trending on the screener, and we have a lot of coins pumping right now, and it seems like a big move is coming, and we're going to be looking into that right now in today's video. So with no further ado, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. We're doing this as usual, guys. You can see now at the lows as usual, right? People freaking out, selling low, buying high and stuff like that, and the story continued. And now we have something really bullish happening. It's very bullish, right? And that's Bitcoin above 60k and sustainably staying there now for about 2 days right now, or even 3 days, let's say, since Wednesday, right? It's been above that, and it's this 60k, guys, was that resistance, right? That resistance that we wanted to see reclaimed and held strong. And as it's also a symbolic number right now, $60,000 for Bitcoin is something, right? It's a number that people remember right now. 60,000, we're above 60,000, we're below 60,000, right? Now anything that is 50 something is scary, and everything that is above 60 is bullish, right? That's also psychological, and that's where what we're seeing in the markets right now. Everything is flourishing. I'm gonna get to that big move happening soon, but let's look at these meme coins, guys, right? They still are the biggest gainers, right, by far, right? So it is just to tell you and to show you guys, whatever they tell you out there about this utility crap and this utility bullshit, meme coins are gonna keep gaining and being strong and being the biggest gainer, right? So Pepe 16%, Dog we've had 21%, Floki 25%, right? Floki today coming in with the heat, coming in with that massive pumps, right? We got BONK now slowly heating up, Brett on base also slowly heating up, but we got Brett on ETH pumping and trending and showing some massive strength for a low market cap coin, which is a very bullish coin. So we got everything pumping. Even the coins that you would think they won't pump are pumping today. So this shows you guys that the thing I told you, right? When Bitcoin is gonna pump and when the bull market is gonna come, the tide that lifts all ships, everything is gonna start pumping. It just depends of what coin you're on. That's gonna predict how much gains you're gonna make. The gains are gonna be on the table, but it depends how much of those gains you're gonna have, right? So Pepe verse and the Pepe related coins still are strong, right? We have this Pepe coin, the second one, up 40%, right? The turbo guys are not as happy today, but only 10%. But you can see now, right? Everything is slowly climbing back up, and we get this MAGA Trump heating up as well for the Trump rally and stuff like that, which is something we're gonna talk about now, as slowly we're seeing Mr. here gaining and possibly winning and possibly sending the whole crypto space in a massive run. So let's look at that Bitcoin chart quickly here and look at what's happening, right? So now we bounced off the lows. So the most important point here that we want to see on, or we want to make sure of on Bitcoin, was this the actual low, right? So this is it, like this 49. That was like the worst day in history right now for people that joined in 2024, even 2023. And was this the actual low? So that's what I'm actually looking at, or I've been looking at this time, right? And it might seem like it, right? It might seem like this weekly candle now on Bitcoin is looking quite good on a Friday, right? So it's possible that we are going to see a green weekly candle in a continuation to the upside again, to the top of that channel. We will see possibly this, right? If we break and hold strong in this weekly and then back here, that's when we are going to hold again above 60k, if we do see that, and that will confirm that this is the actual low, right? That's important. We want to know this is the actual low, and people that missed the dip, we want them to buy higher again. We want them punished. The Jeets need to be punished. The spaghetti hands need to be punished again. So, and most likely if we do actually come back to 68k, 66k, and we see a retrace, then 60k is gonna most likely be held by Bitcoin, and this will send everything up and bring in more confidence into the market. And that's actually a very good signal or sign that we're gonna see a major run soon. And the thing is, if we look at the monthly candles, the thing that I told you guys is as well that we're possibly gonna see a green September, right? So August is still red. We got like 7 days to go on August right right now. And you see that line here, that purple line is the opening of that monthly candle. We might see a test, right? Like as Bitcoin going to that 64K, then rejected right before the monthly close. And then we see the September continuation, a green September, right? It's very likely, especially that we're headed towards the election. And we know, guys, elections that cause markets to rally. They want the stock market, and by proxy, cryptocurrencies are also gonna rally. They want that to happen, right? And we got one more thing that is happening today. We have Jerome Powell, which is the Fed's guy, right? The machine, the guy that has the money printing machine, right? And that's what stimulates the economy and stimulates these old coins and get them pumping, get them juiced up, right? So today he's speaking, right, as I'm recording, so I don't have time to actually look at what he's saying, but we got Benjamin Cohen here reporting live what's happening. So this time, what Powell said now is the time has come for policy to adjust. So that means that rate cuts are coming because they believe now the inflation is steadily headed towards their target, which is 2%, right? They say here, right? My confidence has grown that inflation is on a sustainable path to 2%. This is Powell saying that. So this all indicates that they are about to start cutting rates, and there are big chances that they will do that in September, and it all lines up perfectly, right, with a green September, and we might see another push up with a little scare again, maybe end of September, October, beginning of October, and then we ignite and start the bull market, the actual bull market. So that all just to tell you guys, if this was the low and you did not get the dip, that was it, right? Unfortunately, if you did not get into this dip, that was it. Although right now, like this whole week, from the beginning of the week, you had time, right? You had time to accumulate, and I made a video about coins to accumulate and all that stuff. You can go back and watch it, and basically everything is bouncing back up. So still, right, still it's a decent entry on many coins right now before we actually see the massive breakout. But the biggest discount was here when Bitcoin was at 49K, and if we actually now confirm that this was the dip, this was it, and this was the major 2024 dip that everybody's going to be talking about heading towards next year and this year, right? And Bitcoin pumping again, this was going to be it, right? The same way we had it here, this 25K, right? This was it. This was the dip of the dips. This was the time to be accumulating, buying everything, right? And this might actually be again the same thing, and it's reflected on Pepe, right? So you know, guys, we're big on Pepe here. Pepe got that coffee going on. The ship is still on its mission to the moon here, right? To the moon, somewhere around here, which is that 0001. This is gonna be a target where Pepe is gonna be around $50 billion in its market cap, right? We might see higher, we might see lower, but the thing is, we don't want to tell people, everybody, Pepe is going to 100 billion, so they don't think that we are foolish to think that, and that's not a great sign, right? So we're gonna keep it conservative for now, but I do think it's a long story, but I do think Pepe is gonna be that new Doge and new Shiba Inu and stuff like that. It's gonna flip Shiba Inu, start the Pepeverse season, send everything way higher, especially the Pepeverse coins, and you're seeing this playing out today. So if you look at Brett on ETH, if you look at major known Pepeverse coins like Pepe coin, the second one, right, also up 40%. And what we notice here on Pepe chart, right, it might be as well as it's right for Pepe, right? It might be the bottom, and it looks like it, right? It looks like we did that actual retrace that we did here on this trend line, and now again we did it here, and now Pepe is up 10% or even more, right, from that actual wick. From the actual wick now is up 37%, right? So it might actually be it, and we might see it again going up. But the most important here, guys, and look at that, this is very important to see, and just look at this chart, right? It looks like we've been accumulating here, then we broke out, and then we accumulated again here, and then waiting for that breakout again. So if that actually happens, or when will it happen, right? It might be the actual bull market breakout on Pepe, right, that we are waiting for. It actually might be it, right? That breakout here might be the breakout that's gonna take Pepe to 20 billion maybe, and then another accumulation before another squeeze up higher, which would take around the breakout, right? It might take around a few months, like 3 to 5 to 6 months to actually for Pepe to reach its final target. So don't expect this to be a fast run, right? I know people like to those fast runs and quickly get rich, but we might see something like this again, right? Continuation breakout like that. We've seen this on Shiba Inu as well, right? Shiba Inu did the same thing where it accumulated, but then once it actually broke out and saw the bull market breakout, it was really fast, right? It was really fast on Shiba Inu. We've seen this one on Doge, and that was this run here, right? This run here on Shiba Inu, it took around 4 weeks only, right? 4 weeks for Shiba Inu to run from that around $5 billion in its market cap to 50 or $49 billion in its market cap. So it was pretty fast. fast, right? 4 weeks, and there were no pullbacks, nothing like that. That's what's very important to be here in this time here, right? In this accumulation zone. So nonetheless, Pepe now here is way ahead of that if you missed it, but here we did have another accumulation, and this is the low, right? This is possibly the low of that accumulation to actually pump. Now the whole thing with Pepe, as I keep saying, right, is the Pepeverse, right? If you want to bet on the whole ecosystem of that new narrative, or when it comes to meme coins, the Pepeverse is where it's at right now, right? But for now, to me, it's pretty obvious, right? But everybody's still kind of trying to figure out this thing, right? What's happening in the market, or especially when it comes to meme coins, people are trying to figure out what's gonna happen in the future, right? Because that's what we're betting on, the future, right? We're trying to bet on an event that's gonna happen a few months from now, a year from now. So what we noticed all this time, guys, is Pepe has been the strongest meme coin by far, right? By far, since 2023, since its launch, it's been the top performer, right? Top gainer, top performer all the time. Whenever we see dips and retrace and pumps again, it's always the guy to pump first, right? And closing in into Shiba Inu, right? And it comes down to the fact that people like new things, right? People like new stuff. It's always like that in the market. And Pepe is the new thing, is the new mascot of this bull cycle, a green frog, right? And it's gonna flip Shiba Inu, and that's gonna start this whole thing, this whole story of the Pepe related coins, looking like people are gonna start digging around, finding about other coins that are related and stuff like that. And this is what we're betting on now. Also, right, it's a large cap right now. If you get into the dips, this is like more safer play for people that are not really ready for that massive volatility that comes with cryptos and stuff like that. But for people that want the bigger gains, usually you want to look for related coins within the narrative, right? That's what we've been doing. And I shared with you Brett It, which has been trending recently, showing massive strength right now. And I shared with you also Dark Lord, which is a low cap gem on that same narrative. There are so many others, right, that I'm still looking at. You can join my Discord, link in the description. It's free to join. And that's about it here, guys. That's the main point. That's why we are looking at Pepe mostly, right, as the indicator of that meme coin season. So to summarize this, guys, the low is most likely in for Bitcoin. So that's 49K low. It's most likely was the low, right? This means, right, we're not gonna see prices again going there in the near future, let's say, or in the bull market, maybe the next bear market, right? Once we're gonna confirm that and everybody's gonna realize that this was the low and that they missed the actual dip, there's gonna start the FOMO, right? People are gonna start FOMOing, and this will start another massive meme coin season, and this will send everything up, right? Even if your meme coin, or let's say, is not related to the top gainers, or like it's not a Pepeverse coin or it's some other coin, it doesn't matter, right? There are many other narratives, like Popcat recently also showing some strength. There are some other narratives, but as you can see, it's harder to guess what's going to be the next Popcat, but it's much easier to guess what's going to be the next Pepe because of the relatability that they have. But a lot of people like other coins. It doesn't matter, right? Other coins are also going to pump. As you can see today, everything is pumping, right? Everything. Very few, like maybe this Giga Chad is kind of pulling back, maybe because it was pumping recently, right? And you got this NPC, it's not doing as great because it's been pumping recently. You got Nero as well, down 35%. It's not pumping because it pumped recently. So you can see that whatever pumps recently, we'll see a retrace, and then it will pump back up again when these are gonna stop pumping, right? When the top coins, or the coins that been on a dip with Bitcoin, or that follow Bitcoin, these coins, once they are gonna stop, the other ones are gonna start pumping. It goes like that. Like Kokinu now is up 28%, Mumu is up 32%, right? Apu, which was really massively discounted as well on that dip, up 34%. Even Slurf is up 20%, right? So that gives you hope on your coin. When you see Slurf is up 20%, you know that whatever coin you hold is gonna be up at some point. It's just that you want to be on the right coin to have most of the gains, right? To capture most of the gains. That's the point, right? I know a lot of people are also fans of Turbo, which has not seen a massive recovery, but it's 11%, which is not bad, right? It's part of the deal. Some coins will pump, or most of those strong coins are gonna pump, or strong narratives, then follow by mid narratives, then lower narratives, and it keeps going like that. So that's why I'm big on the Pepeverse, because you can see that they are the biggest gainers all the time, right? They are the big bouncers, and it's simple because they follow Pepe. That's the point. And that's about it here, guys, right? So don't be surprised to see a massive breakout on Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, especially with the Fed's cut coming and the elections leaning towards our crypto guy here. These are all bullish catalysts now for Bitcoin and cryptos in general. So thank you so much for watching today's video till the end, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.